Hey there, folks. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the fascinating world of nature. Today, we're going to explore the Tettigoniidae family, also known as the katydids or bush crickets. Did you know that the name Tettigoniidae comes from the Greek word tettix, which means a type of cricket? That's right. These insects are known for their unique sounds, which can be heard at night, especially during the mating season. Now, let's talk about their life cycle. Tettigoniidae undergo complete metamorphosis, starting as eggs, then moving on to nymphs, and finally, adults. These nymphs, or immature forms, are often mistaken for adults, but they're not quite there yet. When it comes to distribution, Tettigoniidae can be found on every continent except Antarctica. They're classified under the order Orthoptera, which includes crickets, grasshoppers, and locusts. As for their extinct taxa, there are a few species that have been discovered in the fossil record, providing us with a glimpse into their evolutionary history. Moving on to ecology, Tettigoniidae are primarily herbivorous, feeding on leaves, flowers, and fruits. They use a variety of communication methods, such as sound, visual cues, and even chemical signals. When it comes to predation, these insects have a few defense mechanisms up their sleeves, such as camouflage, mimicry, and even sound-producing organs that can deter predators. Lastly, let's talk about their reproductive behavior. Tettigoniidae are known for their polygamous mating habits, with males often competing for mates. This can lead to some interesting behavior, such as combat and courtship displays. That's all for today, folks. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey into the world of Tettigoniidae. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more nature-inspired content. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring. Insects in the family Tettigoniidae are commonly called katydids, especially in North America. 1. Or bush crickets. 2. They have previously been known as long-horned grasshoppers. 3. More than 8,000 species are known. 1. Part of the suborder Encifra, the Tettigoniidae are the only extant living family in the superfamily Tettigoniidae. Many species are nocturnal in habit, having strident mating calls, and may exhibit mimicry or camouflage, commonly with shapes and colors similar to leaves. 4. Etymology. Family name Tettigoniidae is derived from the genus Tettigonia, of which the great green bush cricket is the type species. It was first described by Carl Linnaeus in 1758. In Latin, Tettigonia means a kind of small cicada, leafhopper. 5. It is from the Greek tettigonion, the diminutive of the imitative onomatopoeic, tettix, cicada. 6. 7. All of these names, such as tettix with repeated sounds, are onomatopoeic, imitating the stridulation of these insects. 8. The common name katydid is also onomatopoeic, and comes from the particularly loud, three-pulsed song, often rendered katydid, of the nominate subspecies of the North American Pterophylla camellifolia, belonging to the subfamily Pseudophyllinae, which are known as true katydids. 9-10. Description and life cycle. Description. Viridissimitation range in size from as small as 5 mm 14 in to as large as 130 mm 5 in. 11. The smaller species typically live in drier or more stressful habitats, which may lead to their small size. The small size is associated with greater agility, faster development, and lower nutritional needs. Tettigoniids are tree-living insects that are most commonly heard at night during summer and early fall. 12. Tettigoniids may be distinguished from the grasshopper by the length of their filamentous antennae, which may exceed their own body length, while grasshoppers' antennae are always relatively short and thickened. Life cycle. Katydiid eggs attached in rows to a plant stem. Duration 1 minute and 39 seconds. 1. 39 katydid nymph eggs are typically oval, and may be attached in rows to plants. Where the eggs are deposited relates to the way the ovipositor is formed. It consists of up to 3 pairs of appendages, formed to transmit the egg, to make a place for it, and place it properly. Tettigoniids have either sickle-shaped ovipositors, which typically lay eggs in dead or living plant matter, or uniform long ovipositors which lay eggs in grass stems. When Tettigoniids hatch, The nymphs often look like small, wingless versions of the adults, but in some species, the nymphs look nothing at all like the adult and rather mimic other species such as ants, spiders, and assassin bugs, or flowers, to prevent predation. The nymphs remain in a mimic state only until they are large enough to escape predation. Once they complete their last molt, after about 5 successful molts, they are then prepared to mate. 12. Distribution Tettigoniids are found on every continent except Antarctica. 13. The vast majority of katydid species live in the tropical regions of the world. 4. For example, the Amazon basin tropical forests are home to over 2,000 species. 4. However, katydids are found in the cool, dry temperate regions, as well, with about 255 species in North America. Classification: The Tettigoniidae are a large family, and have been divided into a number of subfamilies. 1. Austrosaginae Australia, Bradyporinae Southeast Europe, West and Central Asia, Conocephalinae Global, Heterodynae Africa, Hexacentrinae Pantropical, especially Asia, Lipotactinae Asia, Listrosolidae Americas, Madagascar, Australia, Mechanomatinae Global, Mechapodinae South America, Africa, Southeast Asia, Oceania. Microtettigoniidae Australia, Phaneropterinae Global, Phasmodinae Australia, Philophorinae Australasia, Pseudophyllinae Global, Pterocrozinae Central and South America, Saginae North America, Africa, Europe. Tettigoniidae Global, Tympanophorinae Australia, Zaperkillinae Australia. The Copophorinae were previously considered a subfamily, but are now placed as tribe Copophorinae in the subfamily Conocephalinae. 14. The genus Acrodoxina is now placed in the tribe Acrodoxinae of the Mechapodinae, previously its own subfamily, Acrodoxinae. Ecology: Epiphyllum and Thoracicus Phaneropterinae. The diet of most Tettigoniids includes leaves, flowers, bark, and seeds, but many species are exclusively predatory, feeding on other insects, snails, or even small vertebrates such as snakes and lizards. Some are also considered pests by commercial crop growers and are sprayed to limit growth into a number of, but population densities are usually low, so a large economic impact is rare. 16. Tettigoniids are serious insect pests of Caruca pandanus julianetti. 17. The species suggest Gracilis and Segistidia montana eat the leaves and can sometimes kill trees. 17. Growers will stuff leaves and grass in between the leaves of the crown to keep insects out. 17. By observing the head and mouth parts, where differences can be seen in relation to function, it is possible to determine what type of food the Tettigoniids consume. Large Tettigoniids can inflict a painful bite or pinch if handled, but seldom break the skin. Some species of bush crickets are consumed by people, such as the Nesini raspolia differens in Uganda and neighboring areas. Communication: The males of Tettigoniids have sound-producing organs located on the hind angles of their front wings. In some species, females are also capable of stridulation. Females chirp in response to the shrill of the males. The males use the sound for courtship, which occurs late in the summer. 18. The sound is produced by rubbing two parts of their bodies together, called stridulation. In many cases this is done with the wings, but not exclusively. One body part bears a file or comb with ridges. The other has the plectrum, which runs over the ridges to produce a vibration. 19. For Tettigoniids, the four wings are used to sing. Tettigoniids produce continuous songs known as trills. The size of the insect, the spacing of the ridges, and the width of the scraper all influence what sound is made. 20. Many species stridulate at a tempo which is governed by ambient temperature, so that the number of chirps in a defined period of time can produce a fairly accurate temperature reading. For American katydids, the formula is generally given as the number of chirps in 15 seconds plus 37 to give the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. 21. Predation: Wandering spider Cupenia sp. With Tettigoniidae sp. Prey. Some Tettigoniids have spines on different parts of their bodies that work in different ways. The Listrosolidae have limb spines on the ventral surfaces of their bodies. This works in a way to confine their prey to make a temporary cage above their mouthparts. The spines are articulated and comparatively flexible, but relatively blunt. Due to this, they are used to cage and not penetrate the prey's body. Spines on the tibia and the femora are usually more sharp and non-articulated. They are designed more for penetration or help in the defensive mechanism they might have. This usually works with their diurnal roosting posture to maximize defense and prevent predators from going for their head. 22 Defense mechanisms tided mimicking Alepha meadow katydid in Hawaii. When Tettigoniids go to rest during the day, they enter a diurnal roosting posture to maximize their cryptic qualities. This position fools predators into thinking the katydid is either dead or just a leaf on the plant. Various Tettigoniids have bright coloration and black apical spots on the inner surfaces of the tegmina, and brightly colored hind wings. By flicking their wings open when disturbed, they use the coloration to fool predators into thinking the spots are eyes. This, in combination with their coloration mimicking leaves, allows them to blend in with their surroundings, but also makes predators unsure which side is the front and which side is the back. 23 Katydids love to hear thine earnest voice, wherever thou art hid. Thou pretty katydid, thou mindest me of gentlefolks, old gentlefolks, are they? Thou say'st an undisputed thing in such a solemn way. Thou art a female, katydid. I know it by the trill that quivers through thy piercing notes, so petulant and shrill. I think there is a knot of you beneath the hollow tree, a knot of spinster katydids. Do katydids drink tea? Oh, tell me, where did Katy live? And what did Katy do? And was she very fair and young? And yet so wicked too? Did Katy love a naughty man or kiss more cheeks than one? I warrant Katy did no more than many a Kate has done. From the To an Insect poem by Oliver Wendell Holmes 2425, to a katydid little friend among the treetops, chanting low your vesper hymns, never tiring, me inspiring, seated neath the swaying limbs. Do you know your plaintive calling? When the summer dew is falling, echoes sweeter through my brain than any soft, harmonic strain. Others call you an intruder, say discordant notes you know, or that sadness, more than gladness, from your little heart doth flow, and that you awake from sleeping fits in quiet they were keeping, faithless love, or ill-laid schemes, hope's unencored broken dreams. No such phantoms to my vision doth your lullaby impart, but sweet faces, no tear traces, smile as joyous in my heart, as when first at mother's kneel. I defend you with my praises, for your song my soul appraises. Oft I fancy when your neighbors, in some secret thicket hid, are debating, underrating what that little maiden did, that above their clamorous Singinji can hear your accents ringing, like a voice that must defend from abuse. Dream, I not of fame or fortune, only this I inward crave, sweet assurance, long endurance, of a love. Should my songs die out and perish, you'll my name repeat and cherish. Though all trace is lost of me, still you'll call from tree to tree. From the To a Katydid poem by Kate Slaughter McKinney 26, Reproductive Behavior. The males provide a nuptial gift for the females in the form of a spermatophylax, a body attached to the male spermatophore and consumed by the female, to distract her from eating the male spermatophore, and thereby increases paternity. Polygamous Tettigoniidae have polygamous relationships. The first male to mate is guaranteed an extremely high confidence of paternity when a second male couples at the termination of female sexual refractoriness. The nutrients that the offspring ultimately receive will increase their fitness. The second male to mate with the female at the termination of her refractory period is usually cuckolded. 28. Competition. Polygamous relationships of the Tettigoniidae lead to high levels of male-male competition. Male competition is caused by the decreased availability of males able to supply nutritious spermaphalanges to the females. Females produce more eggs on a high-quality diet. Thus, the female looks for healthier males with a more nutritious spermatophylax. Females use the sound created by the male to judge his fitness. The louder and more fluent the trill, the higher the fitness of the male. 29 Stress-responding species which produce larger food gifts. The female often seeks out the males to copulate, This, however, is a cost to females as they risk predation while searching for males. Also, a cost-benefit trade-off exists in the size of the spermatophore which the male Tettigoniids produce. When males possess a large spermatophore, they benefit by being more highly selected for by females, but they are only able to mate 1 to 2 times during their lifetimes. Inversely, male Tettigoniidae with smaller spermatophores have the benefit of being able to mate 2 to 3 times per night, but have lower chances of being selected by females. Even in times of nutritional stress, male Tettigoniidae continue to invest nutrients within their spermatophores. In some species, the cost of creating the spermatophore is low, but even in those which it is not low, it is still not beneficial to reduce the quality of the spermatophore, as it would lead to lower reproductive selection and success. This low reproductive success is attributed to some Tettigoniidae species, in which the spermatophylax that the female receives as a food gift from the male during copulation increases the reproductive output of the reproduction attempt. However, in other cases, the female receives few, if any, benefits. 30. The reproductive behavior of bush crickets has been studied in great depth. Studies found that the tuberous bush cricket Platycleus affinis has the largest testes in proportion to body mass of any animal recorded. They account for 14% of the insect's body mass and are thought to enable a fast remating rate. 31. Hey there! Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. If you found this content helpful or entertaining, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support means the world to me, and it helps me create more awesome content for you. Stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next video.